melting seems to be going on this mysterious continent at the South Pole.
Scientists are warning of dramatic changes at one of the biggest glaciers in Antarctica in the next 5 to 10 years.
Recently, there have been a number of reports of pyramids, huge great pyramids in Antarctica.
A giant hole larger than the country of Netherlands has now opened up in Antarctica's Weddell Sea.
The last remaining territory on the planet that could have such a designation is Antarctica.
In an era where Earth's mysteries seem fully unraveled, Antarctica stands as a splendid outlier. This colossal, frigid frontier, sprawling 1.5 times the expanse of the United States and cradling 90% of the globe's ice, continues to bewitch and defy us with its concealed marvels and harsh extremities. From intrepid explorers of the 19th century to today's audacious scientists, the allure of Antarctica's enigmatic frozen depths has perennially captivated our curiosity. Embark on a riveting journey into the heart of this mysterious continent as we delve into the remarkable findings made by Russian researchers, unveiling a realm where nature's wonders surpass the bounds of imagination. Number 16. Unusual creatures. Antarctica may seem like a frozen wasteland, with rare rain, strong winds, and bone-chilling temperatures plummeting to minus 129 degrees Fahrenheit. However, amidst its harsh conditions, this icy continent is a haven for rare and exotic plant and animal species, adding a touch of wonder to its unforgiving landscape. A number of bizarre creatures that have adapted to the extreme conditions found beneath the vast ice sheets have surprised scientists. Even transparent ice fish exist. Their translucent skin reveals their interior organs, and their eyes are enormous. Warmer temperatures are lethal for fish with antifreeze glycoproteins, leading to their demise. Additionally, these fish lack hemoglobin, the protein responsible for the red color of our blood. Number 15. Blood Falls. A vivid red 5-story waterfall that Taylor Glacier and McMurdo Dry Valley created empties into Lake Bonny like blood gushing from a cracked ice vessel. This red liquid flow in the middle of the Snow Kingdom has puzzled experts since the turn of the century. An Australian geologist discovered the blood waterfall for the first time in 1911, and he also started the investigation into the meaning of its name. However, scientists now understand the cause of this peculiar occurrence. The water that feeds blood falls was once a salty lake, but a thick layer of glaciers has now sealed it off from the atmosphere. The water has been stored 1,300 feet below ground and has 3 times more salinity than salt water. Its high salinity prevents it from freezing. The ocean is rich in iron, but it is devoid of oxygen and sunlight. As water seeps through a crack in the glacier, the iron in the water oxidizes and rusts when it comes into contact with the air, giving the water a deep red color. Eventually, the source of the water's taint was identified as an underground lake full of oxidized iron. This peculiar location in the Ross Sea is only reachable by helicopter or cruise ship, and it's not far from the problem with the waterfall. Number 14. Foreign subterranean lakes. Despite the thick ice cover over the continent, multiple underground lakes have been found in Antarctica. During the 1970s, radar surveys located previously undiscovered places, some of which featured an estimated 400 lakes encased in around 2 miles of ice. It is believed that the lakes emerged during Antarctica's breakup from the extinct supercontinent Gondwanaland. The lakes don't freeze because of the weight of the ice sheet. Deep Lake in East Antarctica has a very special habitat. Its waters are as salty as the Dead Seas, and they don't even freeze due to the high salt content. The sentient creatures that live there are under constant threat. For example, this lake is much colder than the ocean, making it dangerous for penguins to swim there. Microscopic creatures are the only ones that can endure in such a cold environment. In order to access a peculiar material concealed beneath Antarctica's frozen surface, Russian researchers drilled through more than 2 miles of ice in 2012. Lake Vostok is the continent's largest subglacial lake, which defies logic. Because of its isolation for millions of years, it is extremely strange that the researchers who collected samples from the water even found evidence of extraterrestrial life. There is a bacterium in Lake Vostok that is genetically distinct from all other known bacteria on Earth. It resembles the opening sequence of a horror movie about a pandemic outbreak. Skeptics countered that drilling fluids had tainted the samples. The same team went back to the location in 2015 to conduct more drilling, but this time the scientific community remained unconvinced. Maybe because they hadn't launched a plague, they had found yet another odd microorganism that appeared to be from another planet. It was revealed in 2016 that there was another lake beneath the Antarctic ice sheet, one that was equally distant and maybe home to life types unheard of on Earth. This is not the best approach to starting something important. Number 13. Nazis, an alien invasion, and a lost city. Because of its enigmatic character, Antarctica has long been the focus of conjecture and conspiracy theories. Because of the existence of elongated skulls, strange pyramids, alien spaceships, odd structures, and a huge staircase, many people believe that Antarctica either once supported or is home to extraterrestrial life. Every year, dozens of UFO sightings are reported, and Google Earth has captured what many suspect to be extraterrestrial activity. If you spot any unusual green lights in the sky, pay close attention to them, as this is a favored location for alien intelligence seekers. We are aware that beneath the Antarctic ice are hundreds of dormant lakes. But what if there are more? Is it possible to imagine a metropolis encased in ice from Antarctica? Since no one has ever descended into Antarctica's depths, its secrets remain unknown. It is believed that the fabled metropolis of Atlantis lies buried beneath miles of ice. Since Antarctica would have been a perfect place for a metropolis and was formerly as warm as Los Angeles, people have conjectured that the frozen continent contains the capital of Atlantia. It is not illogical to suppose that human habitation ever existed there. The last ice age solidified the continent, destroying any civilization that might have developed there. Consequently, it is conceivable that Antarctica had a civilization of some sort prior to the ice age. However, it is unclear if this civilization was the legendary city of Atlantis. During the ice age, when the continent was encased in ice, the city would have been forgotten. But it would have thrived in a warm, tropical zone when Antarctica was a continent. Antarctica may have once supported a thriving society, but it hasn't been proven that this is where the fabled lost city was located. Some have even theorized that after the war, Hitler himself fled to a secret refuge in Antarctica's underground sections. Others think Hitler fled to Antarctica and managed the establishment of a facility from which Germans would launch moon missions, rather than committing himself. The Germans did explore Antarctica and create a covert outpost 960 kilometers from the North Pole, despite popular stories to the contrary. Given his fascination with mysteries, it should come as no surprise that Hitler traveled to Antarctica in search of the elusive Spear of Destiny. To find it, he even dispatched an expedition to Tibet and India. 70 years ago, the Nazi outpost in Antarctica was destroyed, and the people who lived there died from ingesting polar bear poison. The theory was disproved, although interest in Antarctica's undiscovered depths is still strong. Despite the greatest efforts of scientists worldwide, we might never be able to solve all of the riddles surrounding the Great White Continent, which is the most enigmatic and mysterious part of the planet. Number 12. Prehistoric fossils and tropical forests. Antarctica is an ancient continent that has undergone significant alteration over millions of years. Before the Ice Age ended, Antarctica was a warm location with rainforests and even civilizations, according to many. After that, it turned into a frozen desert. There is evidence of tropical tree species, fossilized wood, and preserved leaf impressions that lend credence to the theory that vast rainforests formerly covered Antarctica. Numerous fossils of dinosaurs, birds, and marine life from the Cretaceous period have also been found. 4 fossilized wings of a beetle that flourished in a warmer climate 14-20 million years ago have been discovered. And there has been a great deal of disagreement among scientists regarding microscopic single-celled fossils. Sperm cells in the egg case of a long-dead worm species are an amazing discovery that scientists hope may provide new insights into evolution. The species went extinct 50 million years ago. Number 11. Range of the Gamburtsev. Because most of Antarctica is covered in ice sheets, you may think the continent is very cold, boring, and, most importantly, flat. But beneath all that gray ice, there are mountains. Among other mysteries, beneath Antarctica's massive ice sheets lies a massive mountain range. There is an ice sheet 2,000 to 4,000 kilometers thick, covering the Gamburtsev Mountains. There are peaks spanning 750 kilometers and rising above 10,000 feet in elevation. The Gamburtsev Mountains have been well known to researchers for more than 50 years, ever since Russian explorers discovered them in 1958. The current name of the mountains was chosen to honor Soviet geophysicist Gregory A. Gamburtsev. The amazing phenomenon below was revealed to the scientists when they happened upon a stretch of thin ice while researching Antarctica and noticed strange fluctuations in gravity. Despite the fact that people have never set eyes on the mountains, scientists have used radar to map their topography and gravitational and magnetic measurements to study their subsurface structure. They say the range looks like the Alps, and magnetic anomalies suggest that between 250 and 100 million years ago, the peaks were probably heaved up from billion-year-old granite. Since that era coincided with the extinction of the dinosaurs, it is noteworthy and gives us hope that amazing surprises await us in the world. Long-term development and persistence of the Gamburtsev have baffled scientists. Given that the mountains are thought to be more than 1 billion years old, erosion should have removed them by now. Many theories exist as to why they haven't been worn away, but a common one is that a frozen mantle shields them from the weather. Number 10. Ice that sings. A massive block of ice in Antarctica is creating lovely sounds. The Ross Ice Shelf is the best Antarctic ice shelf in terms of size. It is several hundred feet deep and covers an area of around 500,000 square kilometers, or about the size of France. Researchers have discovered that the Ross Ice Shelf's wind-blown snow dunes produce an eerie melody. The winds create near-constant seismic tones and surface tremors. Scientists use seismic sensors to listen to the depressing music because human ears are unable to detect the vibrations. Scientists installed seismic sensors on the ice shelf to look into other activities, and they unintentionally discovered the song. It has lately come to the attention of scientists that weather and climate changes, such as snow melting and storms uprooting the landscape, are reflected in the music. They are currently using the song to listen to the seismic humming and track the stability and collapse susceptibility of the ice shelf in real time. Number 9. The enormous gap in 2017. A chasm the size of Ireland opened up inside Antarctica. Although the hole is not exceptional, at 30,116 square miles, it is the largest polynya seen since the 1970s and the first to open in 40 years. The polynya formed in the Weddell Sea in the Southern Ocean is a result of deeper, warmer, and saltier water. This happens when warm water from the ocean rises to the surface and melts the top layer of ice. When the Antarctic atmosphere comes into contact with surface water, it descends and cools, then rises once more. Scientists have conjectured that marine mammals utilize the polynyas as breathing holes. Researchers are still struggling to understand the consequences of these massive, mysterious holes. Number 8. The ascent of Erebus. Despite the frigid temperature, Antarctica is home to a number of volcanoes. 4 volcanoes may be found on Ross Island. All are dormant except for Mount Erebus, whose activity has increased over the last 30 years. With lava lakes and magma bubbling for the last 1.3 million years, Mount Erebus is an amazing natural phenomenon. At 12,467 feet, it is the second highest active volcano in Antarctica and the tallest in the world. Although Mount Erebus is too far away and has too much hazardous weather for scientists to visit frequently, a team of scientists was able to successfully scale the volcano in 2013. As they ascended the volcano, they came across snow, ice, and rocks. They also saw that life was thriving in the tremendous heat of the volcano. These extreme species are thought to be among the rarest in the world, and they were discovered in several ice caves that were supporting a healthy population of soil microorganisms. Number 7. The Southern Ocean. In the year 2000, the Southern Ocean officially became the 5th ocean on Earth. It is the 4th largest ocean and completely encircles Antarctica. Together with the southern regions of the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans, it plays a crucial role in driving global ocean circulation. It's approximately twice the size of the United States and has a maximum depth of around 23,950 feet. It's possible that the key to absorbing carbon emissions lies in this mystery ocean. Researchers have determined that the Southern Ocean has taken in 15% of all human-caused carbon emissions. That's a lot, but it won't continue forever, and researchers are moving swiftly to figure out why. Those who choose to travel to Antarctica by ship will sail across the Southern Ocean, witnessing the raw strength of the sea from the ship's observation decks as they approach the Antarctic Peninsula for the first time. Number 6. Rocks made of plastic. Scientists have recently discovered plastic rocks on a remote volcanic island off the Brazilian coast. Yeah, you heard that right, rocks made of plastic. Naturally, experts have been worried because it shows just how deeply plastic pollution has infiltrated our planet's geological patterns. Plastic has literally become a part of nature. These rocks are called plastic conglomerates and are made of sediment debris and melted plastic. What's more worrisome is that they were found on Trinity Island off the coast of Brazil, a precious conservation area for endangered green turtles. It's their nesting ground where they lay their precious eggs. This shows that plastic is so invasive that it can even infiltrate the most protected areas on our planet. So, what's the culprit behind these plastic rocks? Well, it's fishing nets. Fishing nets are used by fishermen, but if left floating in the ocean, they can have a pretty bad impact. The nets get tangled up and washed ashore, piling up on the beaches. And when the temperature rises, guess what happens? Yep, the plastic starts melting and fusing with the natural materials, creating these harmful plastic conglomerates. But here's the deeper issue at play. The discovery of these plastic rocks signifies something much larger, the Anthropocene. This basically means that there might be an era where human activities are drastically impacting our planet's atmosphere, climate, and geology. In simpler terms, it means we've left a permanent mark on the Earth, and it's not a good one. Our pollution, garbage, and plastic are becoming part of the Earth's geological records. We're literally leaving our plastic legacy behind for future generations to uncover, and that's not a legacy we should be proud of. Hopefully, we'll learn how to mitigate plastics before it's too late. Number 5. Goblin fetus. Conspiracy theorists were quick to notice something strange that a group of builders at an abandoned warehouse in Santa Maria Regula, Mexico City discovered. The goblin-like fetus they discovered baffled scientists and conspiracy theorists. The builders in the area were just going about their work when they noticed this strange object. Rumors had it that when they saw a small, four-limbed creature with a head resembling a baby and a face that was, well, not quite symmetrical, they were dismayed. It even had claws and a tail. It has the feel of a science fiction film or a fantasy book. This mysterious creature's mummified remains were also on display at the Goblin Museum, or Museo de los Duendes in Spanish. The municipality of Huasca de Ocampo welcomes visitors to marvel at this remarkable discovery. Number 4. Massive flying dinosaur. Indeed, experts have recently discovered identical species in the vast nation of China. Paleontologists have discovered the fossilized remains of Yiqi longsuni, a rare creature. Approximately 125 million years ago, shortly before a big asteroid struck our planet and ended the rule of the dreadful lizards, this feathered dinosaur was roaming the Earth. This creature, which reached a height of more than 5 feet, had short wings covered in several layers of big, complex feathers that resembled the colorful plumage found on modern birds. When the extraordinarily well-preserved skeleton was discovered, a team of experts from the Chinese Academy of Geological Sciences and the University of Edinburgh struck gold. It taught us previously unknown facts about dinosaurs after examining their remains. We may find more facts about dinosaurs in the future, expanding our knowledge of these fascinating creatures. Number 3. Eel, straight out of hell. When a massive, unsettling eel washed up on a Texas beach in January 2023, it captured the attention of the whole internet. Jace Tunnell of the University of Texas Marine Science Institute discovered this enormous American eel, which is among the largest eels ever seen. It is 4 feet long, with the longest American eel ever measured being only 42 inches, according to Texas Parks and Wildlife. This 4-foot giant is truly amazing. The natural growth potential of American eels is 4 feet for females and just 1.5 feet for males. The eels possess a slippery texture due to the slimy mucus layer. Hunting at night, they consume fish, worms, crabs, and tiny insects. It's interesting to note that freshwater is where their life cycle begins. They are able to move across land and get over obstacles in streams because of their amazing ability to breathe through skin. Eels can be visually frightening in addition to being enormous. Fortunately, they are not too concerned with people, that is, unless you intentionally try to harm them. This discovery also sparked discussions about the potential causes of the eel's remarkable development, such as genetic variations or environmental factors. Many were in awe of the enormous eel, but it also served as a reminder of the secrets and treasures that lie beneath the ocean's surface. Our knowledge of the huge and diverse marine environment grows with every remarkable discovery, which makes us even more in awe of the planet's natural beauties and more fascinated by them. Number 2. 750-year-old wooden statues. The archaeologists were really alarmed by this discovery in Peru. In 2018, archaeologists uncovered an astonishing subterranean route in Peru adorned with eerie statues dating back 750 years. These statues, believed to be revered idols from the pre-Columbian era, flank the tunnel leading to a mysterious ceremonial plaza. In Chan Chan, a once thriving settlement before the Inca Empire's reign, elaborate friezes adorned the walls, showcasing the artistic talent of its inhabitants. The newly discovered hallway, nearly 100 feet long, leads to the unsettling sight of 19 wooden statues, each around 27 inches tall. These statues depict human figures wielding scepters and clay masks, possibly meant to repel outsiders. Meanwhile, recent rumors from Russia suggest the discovery of a long-extinct species in Antarctica, sparking fear and curiosity worldwide. Could this creature, dormant in ice for millions of years, now emerge as our planet undergoes significant changes? The thought of such a beast roaming Antarctica's uncharted depths sends shivers down our spines. Number 1. Second Earth. Recently, NASA discovered something incredible, a planet incredibly similar to ours. We finally learned about TOI 700. TOI 700 is a planet that's about 95% the size of our planet, and just like Earth, it's believed to have a solid rocky surface. Just like the Sun, it's also orbiting around its very own dwarf star. Remember TOI 700d, another planet discovered in the same system in 2020? Well, it's also about the same size as Earth. And here's the icing on the cosmic cake. Both TOI 700e and TOI 700d are located within the star's habitable zone. The habitable zone is that sweet spot around a star where conditions might be just right for liquid water to exist on a planet's surface. And as you know, liquid water is one of the critical ingredients for life as we know it. So the fact that these exoplanets are in the habitable zone is pretty darn exciting. It means there's a chance, just a chance mind you, that these planets could potentially have or might have had the right conditions to support life. Now, before we get carried away with visions of extraterrestrial civilizations living on TOI 700e or TOI 700d, it's important to keep our feet planted firmly on the ground, or should I say Earth. Just because a planet is similar to us doesn't automatically mean it's a suitable habitat for humans. It's way trickier. You see, there are many other factors to consider when it comes to a planet's habitability. Sure, size and location are crucial, but there are countless other variables at play. Factors like atmospheric composition, a magnetic field, and even the planet's history all come into play. So, even though these exoplanets tick some boxes, there's still a lot we don't know about their potential for supporting life as we know it. But who knows? Soon enough, we might be sending people into space to do a cosmic migration. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another of our interesting videos before you leave.